What do I have in common with my latest crochet project? We're both gingers. This adorable mini gingerbread motif is part of a larger project where we're making a Christmas garland. And yes, this is so close to Christmas. I wasn't planning to make this, but I had sudden inspiration and felt the need to share it with all of y'all. But the good news is, even though we're only a few days away from Christmas, these work up so fast and they only use 3.5 yards of yarn. Oh, did I also mention this is a no-sew crochet project? Yeah, it doesn't get much better than that. So grab your leftover scraps of yarn and let's crochet this gingerbread cookie. We will need some worsted weight for yarn in the color brown. I feel like my color could be a little bit more gingerbread toned, but I think it still works. And a little scrap for an accent color if you want to add a scarf. I'm going to use a 5mm crochet hook. And as with all the other motifs for this garland, you need just under 3.5 yards to make one of these. Crocheting this gingerbread cookie motif is going to start the same way we start all the motifs for the garland. We will begin by working 9 half double crochet into a ring. You can use whatever type of ring you want to start. I'm going to use a magic ring. So I will wrap my yarn around 2 of my fingers where the tail of the yarn is pointing towards me and the working end of the yarn is pointing away. Then I'll take my hook and go underneath this front loop and over the back loop, and my hook is pointing downward. I'm going to catch the back strand with my hook pointing downwards, pull it forward, and then twist up. Now I've got my magic ring set up. Let's go ahead and work 2 chain stitches. So this is my first chain, and then a second chain. And now we're ready to start working in our ring. I'm going to cinch this down just a little bit by pulling on the tail. And in the ring, I'm going to work 9 half double crochet stitches. To do so, I will yarn over, insert into the ring, yarn over, pull the loop up through the ring, yarn over, and pull through everything on my hook, which is those last 3 loops that are left. And then work 8 more half double crochet. So that's yarn over, insert into the ring, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. You can see the yarn's a little fuzzy there. That's just because of the texture of the yarn. Again, yarn over, insert into the ring, and make sure you're going through the tail of the magic ring as well. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3. So that's 3 half double crochet, and I need to work a total of 9. So half double crochet number 4, half double crochet number 5, half double crochet number 6, this will be number 7, number 8, and then half double crochet number 9 into the magic ring. Now I'm going to take the tail of my magic ring and cinch it down a little bit. And to finish up this round, I want to slip stitch in the top of the first stitch from round 1. A really easy way to find the first stitch of the round is to count backwards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this right here is the first stitch of the round. I'm going to insert into that stitch and then work a slip stitch. So yarn over and pull through everything on my hook. This is one of those ones where I like to pull the slip stitch nice and snug. Size my yarn back down, and then we're ready to fasten off. So I will cut a little tail and then pull that tail through the loop that is left on my hook, and once more cinch it nice and snug. Now we can cinch up that magic ring the rest of the way, so I'm going to take the tail from the magic ring and pull nice and snug. And this circle is done. This is going to be the head. Now let's work on the body. To work the body, we're once more going to start with a magic ring. And this time we're going to work single crochets into the magic ring. So again, go under the first strand, over the back strand, pull it through, and then twist. So to work round 1, we're going to start by chaining 1. And then into the ring, we're going to start off by putting 4 single crochet into here. So to work a single crochet, I'll insert through my ring, again making sure to work around the tail of the magic ring too. Then I'll yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. That's my first single crochet. Let's work 3 more. So single crochet number 2, single crochet number 3, and single crochet number 4. Now remember, this is a no-sew pattern, so we've got to connect the body to the head somehow, and this is when we're going to do it. I'm going to pull this ring down just a little bit, but we don't want to pull it too snug because we are going to put more stitches into that ring. But what I want to do is I want to look at the headpiece here, and I want to find the place where I joined the round. So it's going to be this stitch right here, these strands right there. And I want to slip stitch to join the body to the head. So I'm going to find that stitch to the right of the join, which is right where we joined it, and I'm going to insert my hook going away from me. Okay? Now there's going to be the other tails here, don't worry about it. But find the working tail of yarn, yarn over, and we're going to work a slip stitch. So we're going to pull this yarn over through everything on our hook. So we'll pull it through the head and pull it through the loop on our hook. And once I finish that slip stitch, I want to pull on my loop to really cinch that slip stitch down. And I'll size my loop back down for my hook. And then you might want to pause to kind of move all the other tail ends out of the way. So we've got the working yarn here and the tail from the magic ring of the body. And now it's time to put 2 more single crochet into the magic ring of the body. So I will insert into the magic ring, working over the tail piece, and then I will catch the yarn that I'm working with, so the working tail of yarn. Don't worry about that little guy. And work a single crochet. So this is 1, and then a second single crochet into this loop. So this is single crochet number 2. Now we're going to attach to the head one more time. So if we look at where we joined, it was just to the right of the join for the head. So the head was joined right in there. Now we want to count around 9 stitches, and that's where we're going to work our next slip stitch. So this right here is the stitch where we've already joined the body. I'm going to count around 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. We're going to go right under this right here. It's probably going to be a little snug. That's okay. We're going to take our hook and we're going to go away from us. So going through the head, we're going to go right under there. Again, if it's a little snug, that's okay. So we've punched through the head. Again, find your working tail of yarn, and we're going to work a slip stitch. So I'm going to yarn over with my working tail of yarn and pull it through everything on my hook. So I will pull it through the head, and then I'll pull it through the loop that was already on my hook. And that's my slip stitch. Now we want to cinch that slip stitch up nice and tight. Again, it's going to make this loop here big, so we'll just size it back down to our hook. And now we're ready to finish up round 1 of the body, and we're going to slip stitch to join in the top stitch of the round. So if we look here, that's the slip stitch, that's 2 single crochet, this is a slip stitch, then 1, 2, 3, 4 single crochet. That's how we find the first one of the round. We're going to insert in the top of that stitch and join with a slip stitch. So yarn over and pull through everything on the hook. Again, we're going to cinch this slip stitch nice and snug, then size back down in our hook. And now we can close the magic ring of the body. So find that tail end of the magic ring and pull it on through to size it down. It's going to look a little something like this. It kind of looks like an upside down brown snowman. Don't worry, we're going to finish it up and give him some arms and legs. So round 2, we are going to start by chaining 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Again, the yarn looks a little chunky there because that's just a textured part of the yarn. Now we're going to work in these back nubs of the chain. So we're not going to work in the V parts of the chain. We're going to work and see these back nubs on the back side. That's where we're going to work. So we're going to work a half double crochet into some of these stitches. So I'm going to skip the first chain from my hook and find the second chain from my hook. And then in the back nub of that chain, so it's this piece right here, I'm going to put a half double crochet. So yarn over, insert my hook into the back nub of the second chain from the hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. Then I'm going to work a half double crochet in the back nub of the next chain stitch. So put a half double crochet stitch right here. And then 1 more half double crochet, again working in the back nub of the next chain. So this is the chain, this is the back nub on it. So yarn over, insert into the back nub, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3. Then in the same stitch where we joined the previous round, so this stitch right here of round 1, we're going to insert our hook and work a slip stitch. So insert, yarn over, pull through everything on the hook. This again is one that I'm going to cinch nice and snug. So we've got our first arm, so cute. Let's go ahead and make the first leg. We're going to start by chaining 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then you guessed it, we're going to work half double crochet in the back nubs. So we're going to skip the first chain, and then in the second chain from the hook, in the back nub of that chain, we're going to work a half double crochet. So it's going to be under this strand of the yarn right here, and work that half double crochet. So this is 1, then a half double crochet in the back nub of the next chain. So this is 2. Another half double crochet into the next chain, again working those back nubs, and then we've got one more chain here, so then another half double crochet. So it's 4 half double crochets for the legs. Now we're going to find the next stitch of the round 1 of the body, and we're going to work a slip stitch into it. So this space right here, insert my hook, yarn over, pull through everything to work that slip stitch. Again, I like to pull it nice and snug. We're halfway around the body. We're going to go to the next stitch of round 1, insert our hook, and work a slip stitch. Again, pulling it nice and snug. Now for the leg, we're going to do a very similar process. We're going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we're going to work 4 half double crochet. So we're going to skip the first chain, then in the second chain from the hook, find the back nub, and work a half double crochet into that chain. So that's 1. Go to the next chain, again working the back nubs, and work a second half double crochet. Then a third half double crochet in the back nub of the following chain. And then a 4th half double crochet working in the back nub of that last half double crochet. Then we're going to look at round 1 of the body once more. This is where we worked that last slip stitch that was joined. We're going to go to the next stitch here and work a slip stitch. So right here, I'm going to insert my hook into that stitch, yarn over and pull through everything to work a slip stitch. Again, I like to cinch some of these slip stitches up nice and snug. And now I will chain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Again, we're going to work half double crochet, skip the first chain from the hook, go to the second chain from the hook, and in the back nub of that chain, work a half double crochet stitch. So this is my first half double crochet. Go to the next chain, work a half double crochet into that stitch. And then go to the third one and work a half double crochet into the back of that stitch. Then we're going to slip stitch into the same spot where we worked that last slip stitch. So right here, insert our hook, yarn over, pull through everything on our hook. Again, I like to cinch it up nice and snug. And now we're ready to fasten off. So I'll cut the working tail of yarn, and then I will take that piece, pull it all the way on through my loop, and snug it down. And that is going to be our little gingerbread cookie. Now, remember how I said this was a no-sew pattern? Well, that means it's no-sew, including dealing with these tails. We're not going to sew them in because these motifs are going to be used for a garland. We don't really care what the back side of this looks like, so I'm going to show you a little hack that's a no-sew solution for dealing with these tail ends. The simple way to deal with the tail ends, a hot glue gun, or any other type of glue that you want to use. All I'm going to do is put a little dab of hot glue onto my project, and then lay my yarn tail into the hot glue. It can also be helpful to use a pair of scissors or a toothpick and kind of press the yarn into the glue just to get it really secure. And I'm going to find all the tails of my project and repeat. I'm being careful not to let the tip of the glue gun touch the yarn though, because this is acrylic yarn and I don't want to melt it. You might notice I've got a lot of glue strings going on. That's totally okay. I really don't care about that. We're going to deal with them very quickly and easily once the glue cools. Let me get all of these strands glued down and give the glue a second to cool. Pop this hot glue off the tip of my scissors. And now that the glue's cool, I am going to trim the ends of my yarn. Do a quick cleanup of the glue strings. And now all that's left for our gingerbread is giving him a scarf. So I'm just going to cut a green piece of yarn, wrap it around his neck, and tie it on. You can do this however you want. I'm going to double knot this. You can also use a chunky yarn, a textured yarn, chenille yarn. All of those would be really cute ideas. Gonna get it looking the way I want, and I'll even up the tails. And now we've completed our gingerbread motif. And that's a wrap on these no-sew and also no-bake gingerbread cookies. I hope y'all had fun with this project, and if you did, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel and leave a thumbs up on the video. It helps me out a lot and I appreciate it. Don't forget to check out the other motif video tutorials so you can make the whole collection for the Christmas garland. Happy crafting!